Hey, what's up, guys? Ruben Perez Jr. from EntertainmentRocks.com, hashtag you rocks, and we're here with a regional Mexican rising star. You might heard of him if you go to the Dodger Stadium. Por si van ahí con unas chelas like Dodger Stadium. You probably heard of him. His name is Julian Torres.
Yay!
So let's get down to it. It's a big deal because you're the first regional Mexican music artist to be signed by Death Row. ¿Cómo
Yes.
pasó eso? How did it happen? Because that's like mind blowing.
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you, Ruben, for having me on your show. I appreciate it. Let's start off where everything happened for the Death Row record signing. Everything happened because Fred Reck, which is a producer, longtime producer here with Snoop Dogg, heard me singing the night that everyone, all my mariachi musicians, decided to go to in front of Staples Center to pay homage to Kobe Bryant, Gigi, and all of who were lost that night. So we went there. We sung four songs. One of the songs was Amor Eterno, and when we finished, this video went up and it went viral. So that video went on to become viral. I did not know that Fred Reck was there that night, and he heard my voice over all these people that were there singing, and he was always thinking about my voice, but didn't know who I was. Fast forward 3 years later, I decide to post that video, repost that video up on my page, and I receive a instant message from Fred Reck. And when I saw the Instagram message, I didn't think it was real because Fred Reck is just a major producer. He's the one that was at the very beginning with hip hop. So I started researching him and I found out it was true. So he was excited about recording me. He wanted to record Amor Eterno. He loved my version of it. And he said, why don't you come down to Snoop Dogg's studio and we could record it? And I was like, what? Where at the famous Snoop Dogg, the actual Snoop Dogg? He's like, yeah, at a studio we'll record it, and how can we just produce the song? So we got everything together. I brought the musicians out to the compound. We recorded Amor Eterno. While we were recording Amor Eterno, I saw a lady in the hallway and I said, hola, en español. Sentí que ella podía hablar español. Hola, buenos días. So I walk into the studio and we start recording some more stuff. And the security guard here came into the room and said, I'm sorry, I don't like to interrupt, but a boss lady wants to come meet your guy. And Fred was like, yeah, send her in. I didn't know who boss lady was, but boss lady is Snoop Dogg's wife. He's like, oh, boss lady wants to meet you. I'm like, oh, okay. So she walks in. The same lady that I said hola to walks in with her. I'm like, oh, hola, ¿cómo está? Mucho gusto. And the lady behind says, oh, I was wondering who said hola to my friend. And that was boss lady. Walks in, hey, what are you guys doing? She wanted to know a little bit about the session. And Fred was like, this is my mariachi artist. Like, mariachi? What do you mean mariachi? He's like, yeah, we're recording a famous song, Amor Eterno. Like, okay, let's hear it. Like, well, we only have the music down. Maybe Julian could sing for you. So I started singing. And once I was done, she said, well, you have an amazing voice. Thank you so much. Keep on doing what you guys are doing. And she left. Then we finished that session. I went home. Fred calls me up. He's like, hey, Snoop Dogg called me up and he wanted to know what I was recording because boss lady let him know, that is mariachi. He's like, mariachi? You don't have hip hop to record? Like, what's going on? So he's like, no, I heard him. I finally found him and I heard him during Kobe Bryant's tribute that they were doing. And, oh, okay. So Snoop Dogg tells him, he's like, okay, Death Row Records, recording mariachi. Okay, let's do it. So they started talking, and we came up with bringing out 6 songs. They asked me if I had any originals, and of course I have some originals that I wrote. So 3 of the songs on the new EP are my originals, and 3 are covers.
I heard the EP. It's amazing. So congratulations. Pero I want to know el chisme.
Okay.
Would you ever do a hip hop mariachi fusion, just like how Snoop did with Banda MS? Like, would you ever consider that ever happening?
Of course. That's something that would be a dream come true. Also, imagine, o sea, combinando dos culturas, putting, coming together, that's what music does. It brings everyone together. Music unites, just like todas las artes. So I'm very up and open. I'm actually manifesting that to
do it.
To happen. That would be amazing.
Happen to watch this. Do it.
Yeah, definitely. That would be amazing. I think a lot of people that have been growing up, that have been listening to both genres, I mean, that's the best of both worlds,
For sure. Speaking of music, when fans go to Dodger Stadium, they hear you sing, like, during Las Fiestas. I mean, how did that collaboration with the Dodgers come about?
Wow, that was another dream come true. Before the pandemic, I was invited to do a festival there at Plaza Mexico. And I got connected with the sound people there, and the same sound people that were producing that show contacted me after, when everything started opening up, to do a show called Viva los Dodgers, that they have every once in a while that at Dodger Stadium. So I did that show. I really loved it. It was the show was outside at the center field plaza.
Yeah.
And I think people really reacted well, really enjoyed my show. Then they called me again, but it was for the La Gran Fiesta, which they do at the parking lot, like next to there's a 76 station that's there in the parking lot of Dodger Stadium. And that's where they had this huge fiesta. They have it every time, and a lot of Dodger fans get there. So I did my thing. I sang, and a most famous photographer of Los Dodgers and of all time, John Suhu, took a picture of mine, and I came out on Dodger Stadium at the Dodgers Instagram. And I think that had a lot to do with it too. Then after that, they called me for a post game inside Dodger Stadium, and inside we had a performance, a 10-minute performance, pre-game performance. Then I was doing little bumps, like little 90-second bumps between the innings. And one of that night was electric because we were going against, I think, Atlanta Braves, and we were winning. And that same day, I know throughout that time, Vicente Fernandez was a little ill. He was in the hospital. So I was sending good vibes to him. Just, this song is for him. This show is for him. And one of the last songs that I sung was Volver, Volver. And I think that's where everything just came into play, because I sang the song, not the full song because we only get 90 seconds, but I sang all in the chorus. And I stopped it because I wanted everyone to sing this song for Vicente, because, we're sending good vibes to Vicente. So if you can imagine 50,000 fans just singing Volver, Volver. I mean, it was the most amazing night. And I think from there, Dodgers really realized, hey, this guy is really a perfect fit for us. So I'm always invited as a special guest.
Yeah. No, yeah. And then you were a special guest during Fernando Valenzuela's when they retired his number. How was that? Singing for a Dodger legend.
That's another historic night. That's another historic day. And that was literally, they called me the night before. It was just luck, man. Just luck and y el público, and then just MLB, thanks to them for always inviting me. I was also invited to the All-Star games, also celebrity All-Star games, and also the All-Star game there at Dodger Stadium. So I love it, man. It's a lot of luck, a lot of apoyo, a lot of support from the fans. A lot of you guys make a difference. You guys just posting, reposting, you guys giving me interviews, you guys calling the radio station, say, hey, I want to hear Julian Torres. You guys make a difference. So thank you. I'm very grateful for my fans, and I'm very grateful for everyone that has been helping me out.
It's so much goodness. Dodgers, Death Row, EP. And you're also going to be performing at the Fiestas Patrias de la Que Buena on September 10th. It is a free event at the LA State Historic Park. Like, what can we expect during your set? Like, are we going to get mariachi? We're going to get some cumbias? Like, what's up with that?
Bueno, mariachi, vamos a cantar mis canciones, mis originales, y alguna canción algunas canciones que ya reconocen. Obviously van a cantar conmigo, y vamos a cantar las canciones de Chente también. La canción Volver is a staple. It's also on the EP. So I'm excited to sing for you guys. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah, plus then when you mix in a little bit of beer or tequila,
Claro. Claro que sí.
Let's talk about your single, La Fiesta de Mi Pueblo. That's an original. Like, how did that come about?
La Fiesta de Mi Pueblo, when I wrote it, I wanted something alegre, algo bravillo, algo así como el estilo el jalisciense, el sinaloense, something where it's just impactful. Just because my experiences traveling to Mexico, my experiences in Mexico, mi familia, mis tradiciones, también aquí disfrutando, siempre crecí con la música mexicana, con el deporte de la charrería, el traje de charro, los sombreros. I wanted to touch up on my experiences. It's a love letter to Mexico, to my experiences.
For sure. So, plus, I heard that when you're not doing mariachi, you're not performing for 50,000 plus people at a stadium or recording at one of the most iconic records in the world, that you work with special need kids for LAUSD.
Yes. Well, we just started, this is going to be my 19th year for LAUSD. This all began because my mother asked me to... My mother is also a special ed teacher's assistant, and at the time she asked me, what are you doing during the week? I'm like, what do you mean? Are you working during the week? I'm like, no, I give music lessons, vocal and trumpet music lessons. It's like, don't you want to work for do you want to work, have a job during the week? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm okay. Yeah, so she asked me, she was like, no, yo creo que sí, creo que tienes la habilidad y paciencia para hacerlo. I'm like, ma, es que when people come to me to learn music, they want to learn, right? They want to be there, and they're paying me to teach them something, right? When you're working with LAUSD, it's a public schools, and they have to be there. Like I feel like there's a difference, right? No, te va a ir bien, inténtalo. So I started my first year, and now it's my 19th year. I just started a new year this August, and I've worked with children that have disabilities from TK all the way to 5th grade.
Oh, wow.
So I work with many ages, and I guess I have found that I do have the patience for it. I love music. Like, music is just my life and everything, but I have loved helping someone, a child, and I live for those. It sounds cliche, but I live for that light to go off. Oh, this is how it goes. And those are the moments where it's like, wow, even in teaching music, when they understand how the voice works, when they understand how music works, and you had a 0.0000001% to do with that, that's amazing. It is sad. It is me da satisfacción. And I do that during the day, 7 to 3. Now that this came about, I mean, I'm not sure. I've always dreamt of opening up my own music conservatory. So hopefully this will help me get to that point also.
Hopefully. Good vibes. And speaking of LAUSD, I mean, I also work for LAUSD, but I am a campus aide. So I'm always running around high school kids.
Yes.
They're something else. Like, don't, like,
I
suggest trying not to work with high school kids.
Yeah, I have not considered high school for the same reason, but
they are something else.
Kudos to you.
I'm like, no. I love them, pero. Sí. So, Death Row, Dodger Stadium, LAUSD. What else is next para Julian Torres? Like a tour. You have performances coming up, so we got that covered. You have Fiestas Patrias on September 10th, which is free to the public at the LA State Historic Park. So, what is next for Julian Torres?
We have a performance in Fresno, Northern California, on the 16th of September. Where I will be performing my show called México Vive. We're singing songs de Vicente Fernández, de Juan Gabriel, también me pidieron canciones de Julio Iglesias, and of course, the songs on my album, you could hear them live. That's going to be at Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino up north. I also have been working at Disneyland, at Downtown Disney, performing. I have some upcoming shows on the 25th. I will be there as well of August, be performing there at Downtown Disney, which is a quartet. It's a smaller version of mariachi that I am used to, but it's fun. Downtown Disney, Disneyland, my Disney family is fun. So that I have, we just released our music video for La Fiesta de Mi Pueblo. So you can check that out on Death Row Records YouTube channel. And we are beginning to look into the second music video for Perderte por mi cuenta, which is also on the album. Perderte por mi cuenta is a song that I wrote thinking of what Vicente Fernández would sing. Es un estilo así como Por tu maldito amor, Acá entre nos. Very, como tú dices, ándale, corta.
Esa no.
I actually, a while back, I posted that song with my guitar and myself, and Vicente Fernandez, I want to say it was him that liked it, but it might be his team. I put up the second part of the video and they liked it as well. So that was just, that threw me over, and I was so happy to see that he enjoyed that song. So that's a song that I wrote thinking of him singing it. Desafortunadamente se nos adelantó, pero that's one of the songs that I really, really am thankful to be able to write and come out. So it's there so you can listen to it. What else? Just writing songs, producing songs. We're working on the next album, so I'm excited to be.
My name is Ruben Perez Jr. That is Julian Torres El Chingon. That's going to be his new nickname that we're going to give him, because that's how we roll at Entertainment Rocks. #he rocks. Be sure to catch him at Fiestas Patrias. I will be there, so you'll see me there. So we'll try to do an interview from on site, and yeah, we'll see you at Fiestas Patrias September 10th, and then he has a whole bunch of other shows coming up, so be sure to follow him on social media. Where can people follow you on social media?
Social media, Julian Torres, bajo guión oficial, in English, Julian Torres, _official with one F. You can follow me there. I also have TikTok, Facebook, YouTube channel, and website where I'm updating already. I'm putting in new blogs. I'm putting in everything. You could go into juliantorresoficial.com.
And there you guys have it. Ruben Perez Jr. EntertainmentRocks.com. Hashtag you rocks. And that is the one, the only Julian Torres. Dodger Stadium. He'll probably be there performing on it. And we're getting off to the playoffs. So I want to see you at the World Series singing, like when the Dodgers win, putting it out there.
Wow.
Like, performing like for them on an exclusive after party, you know?
Me dio escalofrío, se me enchinó el cuero.
So,
Yes.
World Series, Dodger Stadium. Julian Torres, Ruben Perez Jr. We'll see you guys.